70 million years ago, late Cretaceous South America was a hostile environment defined by dense, suffocating jungles and violent volcanic activity. Out of the deep shadows of this foliage stepped an apex predator, perfectly adapted to navigating this overgrown terrain. Its name, Carnotaurus, translates to meat-eating bull. It earned this title from the two distinct, prominent horns protruding above its eyes, a feature completely unique among large carnivorous dinosaurs. But this animated diagram comparing the arm-to-body mass ratio of a Tyrannosaurus rex to a Carnotaurus reveals a glaring structural contradiction. The Carnotaurus possesses severely stunted, almost nub-like forelimbs that make the famously short arms of a T-Rex look massive by comparison. Looking closely at the shoulder joints' range of motion, we can see these tiny appendages were almost entirely rigid. They couldn't slash, they couldn't grasp struggling prey, and they couldn't even reach the animal's own mouth. Evolution ruthlessly prunes useless traits, yet this creature dominated its ecosystem. To survive with zero upper body weaponry, the Carnotaurus was forced by evolution to become an extreme biological specialist in completely different areas of its anatomy. The primary biological rule for this predator was simple. If it couldn't grapple a target to the ground, it had to absolutely outrun it. To achieve that, its lower body was a marvel of cursorial engineering. Massive thigh muscles anchored directly to its tailbones, acting like a giant piston to generate immense forward thrust with every single stride. We can see the result of that leg structure in this chart, which ranks the estimated top speeds of major large theropods. The Carnotaurus sits comfortably at the very top of the hierarchy, easily outpacing heavier predators like the T-Rex and Allosaurus. By completely abandoning upper body utility, the Carnotaurus survived by heavily investing in overwhelming, specialized lower body propulsion. Because it lacked the anatomical tools for a prolonged physical brawl, it relied on patience and stealth, waiting perfectly still on the edges of the tree line. Once a herd of herbivores drifted into range, it launched into a high-speed chase, churning up the earth and closing the distance in seconds. But that presents a massive mechanical problem. How does a multi-ton animal running at maximum velocity secure a kill without any arms to grab its heavy prey? This biomechanical graphic of its skull and cervical vertebrae shows the solution. Muscle mass was funneled into a thickened neck and reinforced skull. It used its head like a high-speed hatchet, using kinetic energy to drive its jaw down in a devastating slash. In this specific hunting sequence, arms were completely irrelevant. Its evolutionary design bypassed grappling entirely, relying entirely on the shock and awe of a high-velocity kinetic strike. That specialized adaptation dominated South America until a sudden cataclysmic cosmic impact abruptly ended the Cretaceous period entirely. An atmospheric shockwave ripped across the globe, flattening dense forests and igniting the horizon, proving even extreme biological superiority cannot survive a sudden planetary catastrophe. The physical proof of this predator lay buried in solid rock for 70 million years, waiting until paleontologists painstakingly chipped away the gray matrix to reveal its massive bones. Today, those excavated bones sit thousands of miles away from the harsh prehistoric wilderness, preserved inside the grand stone-arched halls of modern museums. Looking at these reconstructed fossils, the massive, reinforced skull and distinct lack of arm utility serve as a physical blueprint of the meat-eating bull. The Carnotaurus remains one of history's greatest proofs that evolutionary survival is never about having a perfectly balanced set of tools. It's about leaning so heavily into specialized strengths that your physical weaknesses simply cease to matter.